a recent thing that came up was Liam Neeson was being interviewed. And during his interview, he had talked about how a close friend of his was raped. And
this is like years ago.
Decades ago or something like that.
But the interview just happened.
Yeah.
Okay.
And he talks about how he asked his friend, like, oh, do you know who this was? What race was this person? And she said black. So he essentially, and I'm paraphrasing a bunch of stuff, but essentially he went out and looked for somebody of black color to attack. And like he wanted to kill them for like about a week and a half. I think it was more so he was looking for someone to cause an altercation with him,
so he could react.
To it.
And he said in the interview, right, specifically a black person.
Yeah,
and that's where all the controversy came from.
Yeah,
because if you were to stop that story there,
which most headlines did.
Yeah. Well, we'll get into that more. But go ahead.
But continuing, the reason why he was sharing this story, and it's basically. After a week to week and a half, he realized, like, what am I doing? Like, this is dumb. This is foolish. And he went on to say that he's ashamed that he thought like that, that revenge is never the answer, and that we should learn from this.
Right.
But a lot of people wanted to
skip that part.
Yeah, skip that part, nitpick at certain things, and just go out to say, like, Liam Neeson is racist.
Yeah. Because back in the day, he wanted to. One black guy did something to his friend, and
allegedly,
yeah.
Yeah.
And he was so angry that he wanted to kill a random black guy.
Yeah.
Even though that's not that's what the headline would read.
Yeah.
Right. And then I could see, because even when I first heard that from you, that story, I was just like, dude, he's a racist. Like that sounds.
It's the easiest thing to jump to.
Yeah. And then you hear the rest of it, and you're like, oh, that's the context.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, even if he wasn't right, he realized his wrong. It's a long time ago, for one, not that that changes anything, but most people leave out the other end of that.
Yeah.
And you immediately jump to it. Because even I was like that. I was like, if you just read the headline and you didn't read the full thing or watch the video about it, it's very, it's hard to back that up.
Yeah.
He wanted to kill a black guy. It's true. It's what he said. But it didn't have the context behind it. And that's the part that we want to talk about, at least. I don't know. What do you think about that?
Dude, this is my first time hearing all of this because I didn't actually watch the interview, but that's some deep stuff. First of all, props to him for even coming out with that. That's like a tough thing to do at this point of time right now of like PC-ness, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you got to give the man respect because he realized his wrong.
See, and just even you saying that too, if that was cut out from somebody, they'd be like, oh, Sean's racist too because he respects Liam Neeson. For even though he's a racist, and that's just how it spreads. And then you know why? Because when friend groups too, someone reads an article, they might not even read the whole thing. They'd be like, "Hey, you heard about Liam Neeson? He hates black people."
Yeah,
like that's the kind of how people talk in headlines.
Higa.